CM Punk is medically cleared. Gunther hates poor people, and Bobby Lashley is leaving WWE. Did we drop the ball on Bobby? We're here to talk about that and some Raw on today's episode of Wrestling with the Homies. But y'all know me, still same OG. It's your boy Qwan. And of course, I'm joined by my BFF, the coolest man in the world, Jake Cooley. Cooley.
Yes, sir. What's good, y'all? Hey, did we drop the ball on Bobby?
We might have dropped the ball on Bobby.
Oh,
man. We might have to send Dr. Umar after Triple H. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, man. How much cash he needs? I got
right. I might have to do the rest of this podcast with my civil rights Pan-African voice. Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley is backstage with nothing to do. But every time I turn on the TV, I see white people. Montez Ford is backstage bored. But when I watch the show, I see what we see. White people.
Man.
Omos is on YouTube doing reviews. I'm just playing.
About Cologne.
What's going on, man? Shout out to Omos, by the way. He followed the podcast. Yo. We got to get Omos on this podcast. Come review Omos, some perfumes with your boys.
Come on, man. Come on.
Yo, I was shocked when I saw that notification. I was just chilling on at the crib on my couch, and then I saw a notification. I click on it, and it's like, yo, the giant Omos just followed you. I'm like, what? Is that our guy? Did Omos just really follow us?
Yeah, man. We got to catch up. We're going to have to.
Omos is one of the homies, bro. Omos is the homie. We got to get Omos
some
on
lunch,
podcast.
Man, you know? Yeah, man.
I don't know if we can. I don't know if he can get some lunch with Omos though, because that's a big dude. He'll eat us under the table, dog. Pause, by the way.
Oh, bro, whoa,
crazy. That sounded insane. Whoa. But Cooley, did we drop the ball on Bobby? What's going on, man? What's going on?
Did we drop the ball on Bobby? First of all, I want people to understand what a fumble is, man.
So what's a fumble to you?
That we're fumbling this guy, Bobby. I feel like a fumble is the act of losing control, mishandling things. In football, you had the ball, get hit, you lose it, you fumble.
Right.
But in wrestling, you have this guy that has so much potential. He's lit, and you just let the candle burn away without doing anything. And
right.
In my eyes, Bobby hasn't been fumbled. Like, he has a great career, like you said, Hall of Fame career. His second run was good. He was a WWE champion twice, US champion twice, IC champion twice. Like, what's a fumble?
He beat Brock. He beat Brock Lesnar. Like,
he beat the black person killer. Like,
he might have beat Goldberg, bro. Like that a fumble. Okay, so to me, a fumble is when you have an opportunity that's in front of you, and that opportunity is very lucrative. But you make a mistake and you let that opportunity slip. And because of that lucrative opportunity goes to someone else. That's a fumble. So like if I had a job interview where I was going to make a lot of money, right? But then I show up 15 minutes late to the interview. And because of that, I don't get the interview. It goes to someone else. I fumbled because I left money on the table by not being on my P's and Q's, showing up and getting the job done. That's a fumble. So in terms of wrestling, the biggest fumble to me would be someone like Kazuchika Okada, because a lot of people might not know this. I know we all love him in AEW right now, but at one point, Kazuchika Okada was in TNA. You know what TNA had him doing, bro? They had him playing as Kato from the Green Hornet. He was a comedy act. He was a joke. He was running around with a mask on. He left TNA, went to New Japan. He became the Japanese John Cena. That's a lot of money. He made New Japan a lot of money. And that money could have went to TNA, but TNA dropped the ball on Kazuchika Okada. When it comes to Bobby Lashley, I don't know if I can say the same thing. Like, we didn't drop the ball on Bobby. We pushed Bobby to the moon. He was champion. Like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? So look, the IWC is upset because Bobby Lashley, and before I even get into all that, let's just really report this in a real way. So PW Insider is reporting that two-time world champion Bobby Lashley His contract is expiring relatively soon, and he is expected to leave the company. He, along with MVP, have been removed from the company's internal roster. Now, the IWC is upset, and I get it. I'm upset too. People believe that Bobby Lashley was fumbled because we could have done more with Bobby Lashley. Now, I'm on the same boat in a sense. I feel like this last year, we didn't do a whole lot with Bobby Lashley. We didn't push him. We could have done so much more with Bobby Lashley. But we got to understand, for one, Bobby Lashley is 48. And two, that's just 1 year of his run. Let's not dismiss the rest of that run. Bobby Lashley was a 2-time world champion. Like Cooley said, he won damn near every single title all in the show. He had a faction, one of the greatest factions ever. It did get cut short, the Hurt Business, but shout out to them. He had a Hall of Fame career. So calling this a fumble, I know you're trying to stand up for him when you call it a fumble, but if you call Bobby Lashley's career a fumble, then you disrespecting Bobby Lashley. Because Bobby Lashley had an incredible career. He didn't have a fumble career. He had an incredible career. That's my Dusty Rhodes voice. So I don't think this is a fumble, bro. This is not a fumble. This is just WWE moving away from a guy that we love. Now, the funny thing is, he hasn't signed the contract yet. He's still fielding offers, but there's a chance that Bobby Lashley might end up re-upping with WWE. He might sign that contract and stick around.
I don't know, man. MVP gonna side-eye that, man. Like, you supposed to be...
What is there really to do with Bobby Lashley, right? Like right now, in a real way, at 48 years old? What is there? Like, I'm asking, what is there to do?
We have too many options, that's going on right now. We're still complaining about Jey Uso. That's true. We're complaining about Austin Theory. We're complaining about LA Knight. So
that's true.
Bobby 48, man, he did his thing. He got to go. He got to go.
Maybe we just got too many people on this goddamn roster. Like, I wouldn't be mad at seeing Bobby Lashley have a title run right now. Like, I definitely would not be mad at seeing him have a title run. But at the end of the day, it's like, he's 48 years old, bro. You got to sit down somewhere at some point.
But you gonna go NXT? Who you gonna wrestle? Who you gonna wrestle? Go to NXT and wrestle Trick Williams?
You telling me you don't want to see Oba Femi versus Bobby Lashley? You telling me you don't want to see Oba versus Bobby?
No,
you don't want to
see
not
even his real
Bobby
accent.
Versus Trick. Maybe we got to see Bobby versus Triple H, because Triple H don't seem like he like to push the brothers. Triple H, let's talk, my brother. You ain't pushing the brothers.
He trying to twist it on Triple H.
No, in all seriousness, it's a lot we can be doing with Bobby. Bobby can still go. I know he's 48, but CM Punk is 45. Like, we're pushing CM Punk. LA Knight is 42, and we still treating him like a rookie, so we can push him. Bobby Lashley can have an Intercontinental title run right now. Who's IC champion right now? Who is IC champion right now? Sami Zayn? If Sami Zayn can get a run with that IC title, Bobby Lashley can get a run with that IC title.
Bro, you don't even care about Sami Zayn.
Paul can drop that title to LA Knight. Bobby Lashley can get that title from LA Knight. Or not LA Knight. What's his name? Logan Paul.
Qwan.
Like, come on, what are we doing, bro?
Qwan, Juneteenth is over. Cut the crap.
Look at me trying to appeal to the IWC with my Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley.
Nah, but seriously, it
ain't nothing else to do with Bobby, man. He's done his thing. It's time to go. It's like bringing back the Hardy Boys. Like, why y'all want to come back, man?
Hey, the Hardy Boys in TNA right now doing their thing. I know they old as hell, but they still tagging.
Yeah, they just had them. But they want to come back.
Yo, wait. I said the Hardy Boys is in TNA right now doing their thing, and our producer said, exactly, TNA. We are not going to disrespect TNA. TNA just had Slammiversary, and it was fire. I know Cooley has not watched it yet because he don't be tapping in with TNA, but Cooley, TNA is on fire right now. And
man,
Bobby Lashley can do some cool things over there.
I'm going to tap in. What can he do at TNA?
I mean, he can fight Moose for the title. Is that a step down, bro? Is going to TNA at this point a step down for somebody like Bobby Lashley?
Yeah.
In all seriousness.
Because,
I mean, TNA is working with WWE right now. Like, they got the whole WWE NXT thing going on. So, why not?
Yeah.
Why are you just sitting there looking at me, bro?
I just feel like we're using this word fumble wrong with Bobby because I can name a guy that's been fumbled by WWE personally, and I feel like Dolph Ziggler is one of those guys.
Dolph? That's who you went with? Dolph?
Dolph. Yes, Dolph. He is a main eventer, and he was a mid-carder for 10 years. Like, they had it. He was only a main eventer for like 3 months. Like, for like 3 months in 2014, 13. And then he was a mid-carder the rest of his career. 6-time IC, 2-time heavyweight. Like, they just dropped the ball in him.
Okay, that's a fumble. But listen, wait. No. I can't let you do that because listen to the accolades that you're naming right now. You just caught the man a fumble and then said he's a 6-time IC champion, a 2-time world. That's a fumble? It sounds like my man's is a Hall of Famer, to be honest. 2-time United States champion, 2-time Raw Tag Team champion,
and NXT champion
with Bobby Roode.
NXT champ.
Is that a fumble? And he's TNA champion, by the way. He won the TNA championship at Slammiversary. But Dolph Ziggler had a great career. If you ask me, bro, the perfect example of a fumble would be Montez Ford. And I know, I'm sorry, I'm getting back in my black bag, my Dr. Umar bag, but Montez Ford is a fumble because Montez Ford is someone who has all the tools to be the guy right now.
So
he's a handsome dude. He's big. He's built. He can wrestle. He can talk. He can dance. He can sing. He can do anything in that ring. And right now, he's wasting away in the tag team for no reason.
First of all, I agree with you. Montez Ford definitely is. He's a fumble because he can be a main eventer. He can, hang up there with the likes of Roman and Cody Rhodes. So what's the difference between him and Melo Hayes? Because Melo just came from the main and he's doing way more moving around than Tez is. I don't know.
All right, so look. And this is what I don't like, all right? So just because we got Carmelo Hayes on the scene don't mean that we got to push Montez to the background just to push Melo. Like, we can have 2 black guys on top at the same time. You feel me? And I like Melo. He was in NXT saying he pouring out liquor to all his ops. Like, that man said, rest in piss to all my ops on TV. That's crazy for a wrestler to say that.
That's wild.
And pour imaginary, alcohol in the ring. That was crazy. I want to see that on the main roster. But we can push him and Montez Ford. Montez don't belong in this damn tag team. They not the same dude. My producer is in my ear screaming at me, telling me that they're the same dude like he Vince McMahon right now. Let me tell you something right now, bro. Carmelo Hayes and Montez Ford are not the same dude. The only comparison between them is the fact that they both black and light-skinned. They wrestle completely different. They talk completely different. Their characters are completely different. They act completely different. And they're not the same. They're not the same person.
So one Montez is Bow Wow and one is Brandon T. Jackson.
Did you just call Montez Ford Brandon T. Jackson? Come on,
what's going on?
What are we doing?
What's going on, man?
Hey, Carmelo Hayes really does look like Bow Wow, though. That shit is hilarious. I be watching him cut promos with his little glasses, and I'm just like, yo, this is Bow Wow, bro.
And I feel like anything he can do, Tez can do it. Like, Tez can do it, but they just, I don't know if Hunter is scared to split up the Street Profits.
But look, but why do we have to choose one? I mean, if we can push 30 Samoans at the same time, then we can push 2 black fools together. Come on, man. I mean,
clearly we can't because they just got rid of Hurt Business. That's not in the cards, apparently. So I don't know what it is because Tez
Triple
got
H just not like the brothers. That's what the Twitter is saying, bro. Twitter is saying Triple H don't like the brothers. They saying he cut a promo in blackface back in the day. They saying that he said some things to Booker T, which is all kayfabe to me. I'm not going to use that as an indictment towards Triple H as a real person. To me, that's kayfabe, and I'm able to separate kayfabe from real life. But that's what the streets is saying, bro. They saying Triple H don't like the brothers. He don't want to push the brothers. He don't want to push Bobby Lashley. He don't want to push Montez Ford. He don't want to push Omos. Carmelo Hayes I feel like Carmelo Hayes' gimmick is more so an NXT thing though. Like the whole I'm him thing is, I don't know how much that fits on the main roster right now. It's a lot of people doing that I'm the man gimmick, so he might have to find a shtick. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like Grayson Waller, Austin Theory. It's a million people doing that. Like,
it's like
he would be better off like being like Swerve, like being like, even though I don't like I'm sorry to say this, but I don't like that Swerve be wearing that eyeshadow, man. Like it don't really fit the character. It don't fit the character. Swerve, what we doing, man? Stop wearing that goddamn eyeshadow, brother. Take that eyeshadow off,
bro. On his Prince right now, man. He living his
but
life.
it don't fit him because at one point,
it really don't.
Bro, at one point he was like a thug. It was him and AR Fox. They was doing that whole embassy mogul thing, and he was like really thugging it out. And then he started wearing eyeshadow. It was like, yo, huh? Is this the Warriors? Man. Like, do I got to get 2 bottles and clink them? Warriors.
Bro, every time I see Swerve, he remind me of Theodore Huxtable.
Come on, bro.
Every time I see Swerve.
Wait. Are you saying he looks like Malcolm Jamal Warner?
Yes, bro. He looks just like him. Like, is that Theo? Yeah, that's Theo, right? Yeah.
What are we doing? But anyway, man, at the end of the day, Bobby Lashley is a talented guy. We saw WWE was killing with the Hurt Business during the pandemic era.
Yes.
We could be still doing something like that. The Hurt Business really never had to go away. I almost feel like Vince McMahon got rid of the Hurt Business because the pandemic was over. He needed something to put on TV when the pandemic was happening. A lot of wrestlers weren't coming to work. It just was what it was. We all know Roman Reigns has leukemia, so he wasn't going to come to work during COVID. So we had to put the title on somebody and have him rock out, and it just ended up being Bobby Lashley. But once that pandemic started to die down, we stopped seeing Bobby Lashley, at least in the way that he was being presented before.
And he started dealing with injuries as well. So,
right.
And I feel like he's very great with Brock, like as far as rivalries and wrestling matches. And now that Brock is gone, it's like, who else do he has to wrestle? Like I can't.
Right.
Is he gonna go for the U.S. title again? Like, nah, he's over that, man. Like 48,
right.
man.
Right, but I don't know. It is what it is, man. My heart goes out to Bobby. I really do hope Bobby does re-up with WWE and sticks around because I do like seeing him on Fridays. I don't want to see him have to go to TNA or something at this juncture of his career. But he is 48 at the end of the day, so we'll see. What's your top fumble in wrestling history, Cooley?
My top fumble in wrestling history.
We already named Montez. We said Dolph Ziggler.
I said Dolph Ziggler. Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder's definitely a fumble. That got to be like at least top 3. That got to be top 3 for sure.
Yeah, man. Zack Ryder. Dang. What's a good third one, man?
Okada, man.
Okada? I was going to say.
Yeah, Okada. Because, I mean, like, we're saying Zack Ryder because Zack Ryder was very entertaining in WWE. He was the Intercontinental Champion. He had the whole woo thing, and the crowd was behind it. His merch was selling and everything, but Vince McMahon just wasn't a fan of his look. He didn't like the whole Italian Guido thing. He just didn't get it. So he released Zack Ryder, and now Zack Ryder is Matt Cardona. He's the king of the indies. He's doing his thing. He's one of the highest drawing indie wrestlers in the world. He could have been in WWE still doing his thing, but, we kind of fumbled that. Vince McMahon didn't like
that was a Vince move, man. But you said Okada? I was gonna say Okada, Samoa Joe, but he's still doing
see, but it's like you're doing that internet thing again. Samoa Joe ain't no damn fumble. They used him. He was successful.
But he was always injured. He had concussions a lot. I feel like if it wasn't for all those concussions,
he fumbled it then. If he was injured, bro, that sounds self-inflicted. That's a self-inflicted fumble to me.
But, I mean, I can agree with the Okada thing. Oh, man, bro. I don't know how WWE lost Okada to AEW.
Right. We could have signed that, man. And he was right there. Yeah, actually, you know what? Scratch all that. The number one fumble got to be Matt Riddle, and he fumbled it himself. Like, come on, man. He was supposed to be the man, but he was getting drunk and high at the same time, drinking champagne on airplanes, and now he's doing birthday parties.
Backyard boogies, man. That is insane. He's doing backyard boogies. That's crazy.
Backyard boogies?
Bro, doing backyard boogies, bro. I can't believe it. Like, that is
Matt
wild,
Riddle is doing backyard boogies. Come on, man. From Royal Rumble to backyard boogies. From arcade, bro, to backyard boogies.
Yeah, bro. That's definitely a fumble. But, again, he fumbled himself.
Yeah, that was self-inflicted. What's his name? Cheddar Bob. It's a lot of cheddar bobs in wrestling, man. They cheddar bobbing themselves. Self-inflicted wounds.
Man.
It is what it is, man. But I want to hear from the people at home. What's the biggest fumble in WWE history in your opinion? And also, how do y'all feel about Bobby Lashley leaving the company? Did we drop the ball on Bobby? Did we drop the ball on Bobby? Let us know something below. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our channel. Now, Cooley, I'm trying something new today. Trying something new. New segment alert. I like to call this Talk Some Raw. It's my first time doing it, so I'm going to try my best to get through it. You down to run through Raw with me real quick?
Let's get through it, man. Let's get through it.
You ready to go in Raw with me real quick? Real Raw? No, pause, bro.
I'm about to leave.
Oh, baby, I like it raw.
Oh, baby, I like it raw.
Shimmy. I should just do the rest of this podcast with the old dirty bastard voice. Just, hey, yo, son,
ODB.
So Monday Night Raw, son, know what I'm saying?
ODB, RIP, man.
But nah, for real, man. You ready to talk some Raw with me, man?
Yeah, man, let's get into it.
All right, so let's talk some Raw. So Gunther opened the show, and he still hates Puerto Ricans. Damian Priest attacked him. They brawled. Do we finally care about this match? Not really. Braun Breaker attempted murder on Ilya Dragunov for a chance to wrestle Sammy for the title he should have won a month ago because long-term storytelling. Sonya Deville and her faction beat down another random faction because that's exactly what this show needed, more factions. CM Punk is cleared. He's finally going to wrestle the match, so round of applause for CM Punk. 8 months into his run, and we're finally going to see CM Punk do something outside of cut promos and eat muffins. He's facing Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam, and Seth Rollins will be special guest referee because I guess we just can't find shit else for Seth Rollins to do. The Wyatts played with smoke, Nikki Cross screamed, and Dirty Dom got a little domestic. He told Liv Morgan he hated her and made her cry. I guess that turned Rhea on because she got excited and licked the side of his face. I thought I was watching the wrong Raw. Like, is this the USA Network or is this Reality Kings? I don't know. Jey Uso and Sammy yeeted all over the Judgment Day in a main event that we've probably seen 12 times this year. Actually, that's a lie. Probably seen 13 times this year. And the show ended with Braun Breaker coming back out for seconds because I guess sparing one helpless white man just wasn't enough. Relax. I understand Sami Zayn is Syrian. He's not white. Whatever. Very average episode of Raw. We're less than 2 weeks away from SummerSlam, and I can't really tell. Braun and Ilya had a banger, but aside from that, it just felt like the same show as last week, and the week before that, and the week before that, which is why I have to give this episode of Raw 4 very large packs. That's right. Pack this episode of Raw up. Triple H's booking is starting to get real repetitive, and I'm not here for it. That's how I felt.
You know what Triple H is doing with Raw? So if you have a MacBook, he is holding Command, he's clicking C, and then he's clicking P. So he's copying and pasting every single week. It's the same show. If you have Windows, it's Control. It's not Command. It's the same show. Like, bro.
4 packs, bro. 4 big packs. Do better.
You gotta do better. That was great, man. That was a great rundown, man. I love it. I like the Raw talk, man. The Raw talk was dirty.
You know, we gotta talk some Raw every once in a while. 4 big packs. 4 big packs.
Yeah, pause.
And 4 big packs. Just let me explain. Let me explain to the people at home because I know this is the first time I did that. We're gonna be doing that going forward. Yeah. 4 packs is the worst score you can get. I'm just letting you know that right now. 4 big boxes. Put them all on top of Raw right now. Ship that show away from me. Maybe it's just 3 hours. I don't know. I don't know if it's the 3 hours or if Triple H is just booking the same show over and over, but we got to do better, man. We got to do better.
You're not wrong, man. It's definitely the same show. I really feel like Raw should be 2 hours at least because 3 hours is too long of seeing the same thing, you know? I will say I did like that segment with the YS6 when Bo Dallas hit the Sister Abigail Chad Gable.
Yeah, that was nice. That was a nice touch.
That was like the craziest sold to Sister Abigail I've seen.
Yeah, like, facts.
That was fire.
I'm having mixed feelings about it.
The Lesbian Shield was cool.
Okay, so the Lesbian Shield. Do we need this faction, bro? Do we need this faction? Like, come on, man. We got enough factions. We already got Damage Control. Like, what are we doing, man? Like, we don't. Triple H love factions. That's another thing about Triple H, man. He gonna give you a faction. If he gonna do something, know why? It might not be the Hurt Business. It might not be Bobby in the Hurt Business, but he gonna give you a faction.
Hey, man. Triple H came from one of the best factions in wrestling history, so I can understand why he loved factions. You know,
I mean, I feel it, but like, we don't need 30 of them things, man. Give us 2 or 3, bro. Once you have a million factions, then it's not interesting anymore. Nah, like, and look, so our producer in my ears being like, oh, you know, Game of Thrones, the hierarchy, they battling each other. And look, I feel you, bro. I 1000% feel you. But the faction don't feel special if it's 30 of them. If we got 2 factions that just took over, we got Bloodline over here on SmackDown and Judgment Day on Raw, then it feels kind of cool, bro. But if we got 40 goddamn factions, like, do we really need Karrion Kross in his faction, bro? What are they called? The Pride? No, the Pride was Bobby Lashley. No, it
was.
I don't even remember the name of Karrion Kross's faction. Whatever it is, we don't need it. We don't need it. The Authors of Pain and the Tombstone Power Drivers or some dark bullshit. Like, come on, do we need that faction, bro? No, not really.
Hey, man, I guess it's going Game of Thrones. We got the Targaryens, the Starks, the Lannisters, the Tullys.
Yeah, we got the Bloods, the Crips, the Essays, the Asians,
Tyrells, the Martells.
The Grove Streets. Like, come on, man. The Ballers. What are we doing, bro? Nah, we got enough factions, bro. But I will say, even though I did just shit on Raw, match of the night was by far Ilya Dragunov versus Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
They doing their thing.
The NXT boys.
That
came to
the main roster. They doing their thing. Yeah. That was definitely match of the night. I wish we need to get a graphic, a nice little graphic for match of the night, because that was it. Braun Breaker versus Ilya Dragunov was definitely the
you did a
match of the night. I love Boo Capone, man. It cost you running out of Wendy's in a jacket. That's a Boo Capone joke, man, for the people that's not in the inside. It's not. But no, that was definitely match of the night. Braun Breaker is, he might be one of them ones, man. And Ilya Dragunov, before we get out of here, we got to give props to Ilya Dragunov, man. That boy is getting a "This is awesome" chant every single match. He's only had like 7 matches on the main roster, granted, but every single one of the matches had a "This is awesome" chant. That's unheard of for a WWE wrestler. Like, come on, man. Ilya Dragunov. Let's give him some wins, though. He got to win something at some point. He can't just lose every week. He can't just be the dude who wrestles really good and loses, bro. Come on, man. Yeah.
He taking Meek Mill L's, bro. It's all bad for that guy. Give him a W,
Shout
man.
Shout out to Meek Mill. Why you do Meek Mill like that?
Because he was in a pool with French fries, bro. What you mean? Like, that's weird.
And on that note, we are going to sign off and get out of here. This man said Meek Mill was in a pool with French fries, and I can't let that rock. But please subscribe to this channel and let us know in the comments how you felt about Monday Night Raw. Was it 4 packs of ass, like I said? Am I being too hard on Monday Night Raw? Am I being too hard on Triple H's repetitive ass booking? Let me know something. And if you don't know, now you know. This is Wrestling with the Homies. We out of here.